I'm a pretty patient person. But how on earth do you support yourself when the demands on you are so high because you're supporting them? There are two things that have supported me to maintain this level of support for my kids. And one of them is truly accepting and seeing PDA as a nervous system disability. Why is that necessary? Because I have to set up my life, my finances, my networks, and my thinking to reflect the fact that I'm raising two kids with a nervous system disability. It can be hard to feel like that's true because they can look very typical. They don't necessarily have a lot of social communication differences, and it's this fluctuating nervous system that does disable them, but it might be for a season of burnout and then they look more typical. I think embracing disability in the same way that a parent who had a child with cerebral palsy or a child who had Down syndrome or a child in a wheelchair, they wouldn't expect their life to unfold in the same way as a parent who had a child without those disabilities. And part of that is recognizing that you don't fix the disability. You don't make it go away, right? So accepting that it's still going to impact your life even after your child comes out of burnout. You can find joy and make decisions to still find meaning in your life. It just might look different than what you expected. And I know that's hard to hear, but that has been what's allowed me to sustain this, because at first I was like trying to do all the therapies and all the fixes and beating myself up for not making it go away. And that was perfectionism, realizing that no matter how perfect I am as a mother, my child still has a nervous system disability and is autistic. And so there's going to be things that are challenging. The second part is I've had to find meaning in sustaining this. It's not just about patience, it's about purpose. It's about seeing the role I have in caregiving and viewing that as purposeful and meaningful. I like to think of myself as a soul having a human experience. And it's not necessarily what I wanted to spend my life doing, but I have found purpose and meaning and spirituality through it. If you're earlier on in your journey, that might be annoying to hear, but it really has helped me to think how am I refining myself through this? How am I learning and growing through this experience?